Hi, and welcome back to the Just Okay podcast. I am britneyled. I don't know if this camera's too close, but it kind of is what it is. I have a little bit of a different backdrop this time. Yeah, I decorated this. That's not the full frame of it. It's actually quite embarrassing. There's a lot of photos of myself, and I feel quite conceited, but you're welcome. Trying to figure it out. Sorry, that was so early on in the episode for me to be gross. Some ASMR Diet Coke for you. Happy New Year. Today is January 1st. It is 11:22 p.m. Almost the second. I just got home from shows and I didn't release anything last week because I was in Nashville and I tried recording there and I couldn't. I mean, I did, but it was like 15 minutes. It was just so mid. But Happy New Year. Happy Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Quantico. I don't know. Happy Hanukkah. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, more like it. I don't know. I had a good Christmas. New Year's Eve to me, though, is like the dumbest holiday. I mean, I get it's a holiday. I used to be so excited for it when I was a kid, but as I get older, I just don't. New Year's, I feel like you always hype it up to be something that never lives up to that expectation. But I had a great New Year's yesterday. I made tomato bisque. I'm not into tomato bisque, though, so I used it as like a pasta sauce. And then, well, my boyfriend ate the tomato bisque and I made lobster, so I put lobster chunks in my pasta and lobster chunks in his tomato bisque. It was very good, but it was a lovely night in. However, I live close to several rooftop bars, so I didn't go to sleep till after the countdown, and I didn't know when it was going to be midnight. I just knew it because I heard from several different rooftop bars the same exact 10, 9, 8, and then they don't say anything for one. They just go, woohoo, and everyone's like, because they're kissing. That's my impression of people kissing on New Year's Eve. Or, You're welcome. That's how I kiss. If you're wondering what the britneyled kiss is like, it's that experience. But I don't know. I gave up on resolutions years ago. I gave up on myself changing. I'm the same bitch. I guess if I had to say a resolution, it's to stop being as much of a hater. I'm trying to grow right now. I'm just trying to learn to accept that people can change. And my experience with someone doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be other people's experience with them. For example, when I moved back to Austin about a little over a year ago, I, had to come back to a place where when I was in New York, no one had ever seen me drink. Like maybe 2 comics there ever even knew me back when I was drinking. And so it was like a fresh start. I don't know. I started comedy here. I grew up in Austin and moving back home. It's been like a real, it's different. And I've noticed some people still look at me like I'm the bratty 22-year-old I was. I wouldn't say I was bratty. I just had my fucking walls up. But I think people still look at me like I'm the same kid. And it's like, no, I'm growing a lot and I'm still growing up. I'm still growing. Not like physically. I'm shrinking. I'm getting so fucking snatched. No, but actually I have grown since I moved back to Texas. I gained the Texas 15. That's true. There's like the queso tax. I don't know. I'm just trying to accept that other people can change and stop being such a fucking hater. I think my issue, and I think I've said this before, I'm a complainer. And my complaining turns into gossiping, which I word vomit and I don't even know what I'm saying, but while I'm saying it in my mind, I'm like, oh, you really shouldn't have said that. And then I keep saying things and then I'm just like, shouldn't say that one either. And I'm in my mind being like, don't do that, but I can't stop doing it. And I'm like, I really shouldn't be doing this. Kind of like how people say that in porn. That's how I'm the stepsister porn of the word vomit world. I don't even think that makes sense. But yeah. So that's my goal, is to be less of a hater. I want to be less of a hater, more of a love girl. But I'm still going to be a hater. Because, you have to hate at some point. There's some things like a big thing I've been working on since I quit therapy is something my therapist suggested. And it took me quitting therapy to start doing it. But it's to reframe thoughts. But sometimes I feel fucking insane framing thoughts. To be like, wow, this is an opportunity to let go and trust God. Versus being like, my dad has cancer, you know? Like, this is an opportunity to, you know, find community, or like whenever work gets really busy, I'm like, this is an opportunity to make more money and to practice patience. It's not fun. And I fucking hate reframing thoughts, but it has helped with my depression a decent amount to try and reframe them. I think also I'm always the grass is greener, but the grass could also be a lot less grassy. It could be a lot worse. If you say the grass is greener, the grass is always greener on the other side, but the grass could also be dead on the other side. So just happy to be any form of grass, you know? What else? Oh, I'm not going to be smoking weed for 19 days. I haven't actually smoked weed since the 10th of December. Why? Because my lungs are shit. I have asthma, and I kept smoking weed throughout it. That was a big mistake. I'm giving up the vape pens. I'm giving those up because my lungs can't take it. Gave away all my vape pens. I probably will end up smoking weed again at some point, but I'm just going to see how long I can go without physically smoking. But I am not doing THC till my birthday on the 19th. Yeah, I was born on Martin Luther King Day. I'm an ally. That's why I can say the N-word. That's a joke. I can't. But yeah, so I'm not going to be I'm not going to be doing marijuana. God, I sound like a narc saying, yeah, guys, I'm not doing marijuana till the 19th. Yeah, my birthday is January 19th. My Venmo is in my Linktree if you want to send me money, because I can't say no to that. I don't know. I don't think weed holds me. Maybe it does. I think I am the type of person, though, where, like, I didn't do this podcast for about a year regularly. And so I just get in this, I'm my own biggest, worst enemy, you know? So I just want to take some time to reflect and just kick this year into hard drive. It's not like a resolution. I'm not giving up weed, but I do want to, like, just get my fucking shit together. It's a New Year, same bitch, but I'm trying a little more. What about that? I posted a picture on Instagram where my tits were a little more out than usual, and I lost, like, I think it ended up being 35 to 40 followers from it, which anytime I post anything, I lose followers and I gain more, just like, you know, yeah, the real ones are what matters, and that's you. Yeah, people unfollowed for my tits. They were like, this is disgusting. I guess they were hoping following me that I didn't have tits, is my theory. They were like, oh, you have, oh, wait, you're a woman? Never mind. But I don't know. It's probably just guys with, like, girlfriends or people who didn't realize they were following me, and then they saw this, they're like, who the fuck is this dumb bitch? But I did get a reply to that photo on Threads, and it said, your tits are deformed. That was fun. I do love a good hate comment. I love hate comments because it's like, you took the time and energy and to say something. No one asked you to. Because I think the hate comments on the internet, they truly comment like they don't think you're a real person. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not being, like, a real person with feelings to these random trolls. I've never once hated on someone when I was good in life. I've only ever really trolled the haters. Like, that's my thing. I go on, like, a 5th burner account I have a lot. I have a problem. I have a bunch of different burner accounts, but I will reply to them if they if they say mean things on my friends. I don't ever do it on my own account because I'm so scared someone's going to be like, wait, this is her backup account. So I only reply to hate comments that people leave on my friend's account. And I love getting into fights online. And it's never when I'm in a good place. I only do this when I'm really fucking dead on the inside. So I imagine the people that just, like, freely hate, they must be fucking miserable. But maybe hating is their purpose. And you know what? Maybe their New Year's resolution should be to be more of a hater. I will say, you see a lot of online hate, but you see less of real in-person hate, because real in-person hating takes a lot more balls than it does to do online, because online is so easy. But to do it to someone's face, you have to, like, face like they're a real person to you, you know? Like, it's rare you see people get booed on stage. Really, I guess hecklers sometimes, they're haters sometimes. I guess that's a form of hating, but I don't know. I made a lot of people mad on Threads because I said Ozempic is anorexia for lazy people. And people were like, my mom took Ozempic and it was a life-saving medication. I'm like, I'm not talking about your mom. I'm not talking about I shouldn't have to specify, besides this group of people who actually need it. Like, if you medically need it, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about the person who was the ideal candidate because they have a genetic thing and they can't lose weight. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the bitches like me. Because I know at least 4 people who are on a form of Ozempic, trizepatide, or Mounjaro, whatever. They have so many different genres. So many different genres of Ozempic now. There's going to be a BuzzFeed quiz. I guarantee you there will be a BuzzFeed quiz of, what type of semaglutide are you? You know? Is it sema, I don't know. But you guys also probably don't know. Unless, you know what? Actually, no, that's rude of me for putting boundaries on you. You could know. You could know because you're smart and you're capable. But I said that and people got so mad. But the thing about it is I know it is for a certain group of people, like mentally ill people who had eating disorders for majority of their life. It is an easier, it's like a way, it's like a cheat to be anorexic again. Like if you, like I have looked into getting it and I'm not like a big bitch. I'm like a skinny fat, if you will. So, like, if it's like people like me who are taking it don't need to take it. Like, unless you're diabetic, you're just taking medication from people that need it. And it's just you don't need it. And it is anorexia for lazy people. It is. Because, I mean, yeah, I may not be, like, you're using anorexics and bulimics. I'm going to say we. Because I have personally abused so many different forms of weight loss pills while I was heavily going through my eating disorder. And it just, people got so mad at me for stating something. They were like, this isn't it. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, no, it literally is. Like anorexia, like there is I mean, I have seen people out in LA like it. Also, like, the side effects aren't fucking worth it. Have you heard of Ozempic puss? Ozempic puss, if you will. Apparently, it makes your pelvic wall, like, the pelvic flooring weaken. No thanks. I want a strong pelvic floor. I drink calcium for my pelvic floor. Fucking do Kegels for my pelvic floor and do calcium. I'm snorting protein powder specifically for my pelvic walls. I mean, once you're on Ozempic, it's just, it causes a lot. Apparently, it looks weird. It smells a little weird. It's drier. I'm not doing that. I hope they have Ozempic dick, though, for men that take it. Because if women have to deal with the side effects, y'all should, too. Maybe, like, the balls are, like, lose weight just like you lose weight. It just looks, like, melted a little bit. Concaved. The balls are less bouncy. I don't know. It is just like one of those things where I think people online just like being mad. I think that's truly it. It's so funny because I would consider myself a libtard. I'm a fucking snowflake. And then it's so funny when I get out snowflaked online because I'm like, I'm not that much of a snow. I think I'm more moderate, but I am very liberal and I vote that way. But then it's like, I'm not enough. Like in New York, I'm fucking Republican. In Texas, I'm a fucking snowflake, and it's weird. It's also so funny hearing people from Texas because I have heard a decent amount over Christmas of people talking about Zoran Mandani, and white people are obsessed with him, and for what? Like they're like, yeah, let's see how New York is next year. I'm like, it's probably gonna be pretty nice. I don't know. Free buses seem really cool. I know it has to come from somewhere, but God. I mean, if my taxes actually did something to help, I wouldn't mind paying them. I am also so not excited for taxes. The whole year I stress out to pay taxes. I have to pay quarterly. I don't have to. I do pay quarterly. I try to. I just started paying quarterly this last year. Let me rephrase that. Because comedians are like self-employed. So it's just such a hassle. And I'm realizing I don't know anything about fucking taxes. I really guessed on my last the last 3 years I really tried with my taxes, but it was like a guess. I'm like, I'm hoping for the best. I don't have I'm no money for the IRS to take from me. Like, I have student loans up the ass. But the IRS honestly feels like what the mob was. I don't think they're going to break my legs or anything, but I am terrified of them. And so that's why I pay my taxes like a good little girl. But I've heard of so many crazy stories. I know a guy who hasn't paid taxes in fucking forever. And he owes the IRS over $150,000. One of the comedy clubs in New York, actually. The owner was the IRS came by the club, and my friend Luca was there, and they were like, "Do you know where the owner is?" And he was like, "No, he's not here." And he was like, "Why?" He was like, "We're the IRS. We're like literally hunting him down because he owes so much money." That's some tea, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's just gonna be at any time. It's a new year. I guess I'm trying to think about what's gonna be in this year. I really hope low-rise jeans disappear again. That would be really nice, because I don't know why that we had to bring those back. I guess because Ozempics and low-rise jeans were like, it's my time to shine. But I don't know. Ozempic is just one of those things. The thing is, I know if I've literally, again, why I say it's anorexia for lazy people, because I've looked up trying to use it, and if my insurance would cover it, and it wouldn't, so then I didn't get it because it's too expensive. But also, it's just, I don't know. I know a girl who also is on Ozempic, and her fucking tits look like the deflated balloons at Walmart that are just like, they're at the top of the store, like the ceiling, but they're just like deflating over time, and they just look shriveled. And she used to have big melons, man. She used to have some banging meat bags on her. And now it's just like a little sad. But to each their own. Her body, her choice. But yeah, I hope Ozempic, at least, I know that's not going to go away. I know we're going to hear about all the side effects and stuff. And again, it's one of those things where if I had the money, I would 1,000% have gotten on it. But I'm glad that the fact that the money is why I can't use it, because it's just protecting me from myself. Honestly, the fact that I don't have money right now, I mean, I do have money manifesting. New year, all the money in the world, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. But not having the money to do something has saved me from so much. Relapsing. I would have relapsed already if I had the money for a rehab. Okay? Like, that's just the truth. Is I work my ass off to not be doing like cocaine and alcohol. Doing alcohol. What a narc way to put it. But like, if I did have the money, I probably would be mentally like, I would have relapsed by now for sure. I would have 1,000% gotten a lot deeper into my addictions. Thank God I don't have the money. I didn't have the money. Manifesting to have money. But I'm also at a point where I don't think I'm interested in as much. Like, with that. Like, I think it just, it happens when you grow up. But, like, I see my friends going out and getting hammered. And it's one of those things where I'm glad I went so hard in the paint with partying back in the day. Because now I'm just like, I'm okay. I don't know. I had enough good nights to remember that I don't remember. I had enough of those. I turned 28 in, like, again, 19 days. When you see this, it will be less than 19 days. But January 19th is my birthday, so what are you going to get me? Maybe like and subscribe. That'd be nice. I don't know. I'm just excited to see what happens this year. This past year has truly been such a dream come true. I was really bummed when I moved back to Texas, and it was a really rough transition. And this past year has just been incredible. And I didn't think this last year was going to be as incredible as it was. And I'm very grateful for that and for each and every one of you. And I know that may not sound sincere, but I really do mean it sincerely. Because you don't have to watch this. No one has a gun to your head as you watch this, but you are. And if you made it this far, congratulations. I love you. Yeah, thank you guys. I think getting older scares the fuck out of me. Like, I know I'm gonna be 28, but my Spotify age is 21, and mentally I think I'm stuck at 25. Like, I don't know. I see so many people I grew up with at different points of their life than I am. They're all getting married and have kids, and I used to think I really wanted to get married, and it's not that I don't. It now seems like it's closer to me than it's ever been, and it's so exciting, but it terrifies me. It just terrifies me thinking about, like, oh my God, these are things that, like, other people my age are doing, and it's something that, like, age-wise is probably getting closer, but I don't know what the future holds, and I'm excited for everything good that's gonna happen. I'm doing shows in Houston the week of February 1st through the 8th. I have shows all around Houston, so I'll be posting them in my Instagram story. I'm going to be there because my dad is having surgery, and that's exciting, also kind of scary. It's also so weird to be like the responsible one of my siblings to show up for that and to be there. So I'm glad that they got what they got going on, but I'm like, fuck, I am the responsible one now. Growing up, I was always the one that was like, they thought was crazy. And then my sibling did heroin, and it turns out dyeing my hair blue wasn't that crazy as heroin is. Yeah, so I'll be in Houston those dates. I don't have any other plans right now to travel this next year. A big goal of mine is to headline this year. Like, I would like to get some headlining dates. And if you want me to visit a city, I have a form you can fill out where you give me your email and tell me what city you want me to visit. And it is in my Linktree, which is linked below. So let me know, because I'd love to get some tour dates. I don't even know how to do that. I'm really just hoping things happen. I'm excited to see what happens this year. I'm excited to see the JoJo Siwa cruise. Hope that's going to go well. I'm not going, but I hope it goes well. I really want to hear about it, to make jokes about it. You know, that's how it works. You make jokes after things you hear. Sorry this has been a little low energy. It's like midnight here, and I'm fucking tired. But I want to thank each and every one of you for watching and for sticking around for little old me. I hope you guys have a lovely year. Hold your loved ones tight. And have a good night. Or day. I don't know what time you're watching this.